West Ocean Golf is the worst rated golf course in Thailand. In this video we're gonna find out if it's really as bad as the reviews claim it to be. Welcome back to Farang Golf and to the 49th episode of me playing all the golf courses here in Bangkok.
15 courses in Bangkok, City of Angels, not giving up until I fall, I'm gonna play it alone.
West Ocean was opened 2005, making it actually one of the newer golf courses here in Bangkok, and it also makes me wonder how they managed to screw it up so fast. Smith & Curl, the company who designed this golf course, hasn't even listed it on their website as a course that they've designed, and that's probably due to the condition of it. I have indeed visited and reviewed this course earlier already, but not as part of the 58 Bangkok Golf Courses series, so I was forced to come back here and make another review, but this time I'll skip the facilities part. All I can say that they have further declined from what they were earlier when I visited the course, and if you want to get a deep dive into the facilities, go and check out the previous video. There's a link in description of this one for your convenience. Today was a special day, not only because I get to come and play West Ocean again, but also because my dear friend Miss A was playing her first ever round of golf with me at West Ocean. So she was popping her cherry when it comes to playing golf. And being good friend as I am, I decided that she needs a quality course to remember as her first ever round of golf. And on top of the great quality that West Ocean offers, it's also the most difficult course in Thailand, in my opinion. So I made it easy and memorable for Miss A to start her golfing career. Jokes aside, the reason why we came here was because I needed to film the course, and secondly, it's one of the courses that I knew would be stress-free experience for her. There won't be many other players here, even though it was Sunday afternoon. So she gets to hit lots of practice swings and learn the ins and outs of playing golf without the additional pressure of slowing other groups down or being forced to hit the ball in front of other players while they're watching. The course plays bit over 7,000 yards if you play from the professional tees, so it's not the longest course in Bangkok, but it is the most difficult, as I mentioned. The water comes in play on every single hole of this course, and if that is not enough, it's also covering both sides of the fairways in multiple cases. On top of having plenty of water on every hole, the fairways and roughs are also leading into the water. So those mishits that would probably normally stay on the left or right side of the fairway will now eventually roll into the water. So you have to be really precise to make a good score here. Last time when I played here almost a year ago and reviewed the course, I felt that the greens were in top-notch condition compared to the clubhouse and the rest of the course. But this time the condition of the greens had declined a little bit as well. They weren't as good as I remember, but definitely not the worst ones either. I lately played the Pattaya Golf Club in northeastern Bangkok, and those greens were not as good as these were. So for a neglected budget golf course, the greens are still relatively okay. And even though the course conditions aren't the best in the world, the course is rather unique. The course feels like you're playing on a bunch of islands surrounded by water. You always play one hole on one tiny island and then you move on to the next one, and that is really unique experience. Before we move on and talk about the prices of this course, I want to briefly remind you of the upcoming Farang Golf Social Scramble taking place on 21st of February here in Bangkok, and I'm delighted to announce that we have finally secured the venue for the competition. We're gonna play at Bangpakong Riverside, which happens to be one of my favorite courses here in Bangkok. The price will be 3,600 baht, including green fee, caddy fee, cart fee, dinner after the round, and bunch of alcoholic beverages during the round. And on top of that, we're gonna have great prizes to compete for during the competition and event. We also have 3 great sponsors for the event: Bangkok Vodka, GolfLand application, and Pattaya Golf Rentals.com. And if you or your company is interested in being a sponsor for the event, please don't hesitate to contact me. There's room for more sponsors. It's gonna be a great day filled with golf, laughter, and some beers. So run off to faranggolf.com to secure your spot at the event. Then to the prices here at Best Ocean. I played on a Sunday, so it's weekend prices, and now that we are approaching the high season, you don't really get to go and play super cheaply during the weekends on the courses around Bangkok. I paid $1,600 for green fee, caddy, and cart, and even though it is relatively okay price for a weekend round, I was expecting it to be a little bit less. Thai people pay $1,300 for green fee, caddy, and cart during the weekends here, and that is much closer to what I would feel comfortable paying for this level course during a weekend and high season here in Bangkok. I didn't really plan to play all these dual pricing courses at the end of this series. It just kinda happens since I tend to avoid those courses. So apologies for that. I'm not gonna be ranting much about the dual pricing, but I feel that it's something that I need to bring up when I review these courses. So yes, this is yet another course with dual pricing, and therefore I cannot give it high score for the foreigner friendliness. Not that the caddies or the staffs here speak English either, so it is a course that if you want to go and check it out, you need to be a little bit adventurous. Let's talk about the caddies then. I happen to have this cute grandma type on this day, and I have zero complaints regarding her performance. She was working hard, she knew the course. Okay, maybe her eyes weren't the best anymore and she didn't know where my ball landed every single time, but other than that, she was doing great job and I was really happy with my caddy and she was fun to play with as well. I also happened to see a couple younger caddies just finishing their round when I arrived at the course, so there is some younger ladies working there as well if you happen to be able to snatch one for yourself. But as I mentioned, this course is for the adventurous type. If any of you come and play this course, you probably won't be bothered whether the caddy is 20 or 65. It doesn't also matter whether you are the adventurous type or someone who seeks comfort. I got you covered. Go to faranggolf.com and reach out to me through the golf itinerary page there so that we can plan and execute your perfect golfing holiday here in Thailand. I booked the tee times, arranged the transportation and accommodations if needed so that you can concentrate on those shanks and tops at the course. To summarize the experience at Best Ocean Golf, I would have to say that it hasn't improved since my last visit. The greens are still the highlight of the course. They are relatively okay compared to the rest of the course. There's no way around the fact that the greens and bunkers and roughs are disaster. The course is not in great condition. The clubhouse offers some sort of protection from the rain if needed. It's also a place for you to pay your green fee before the round. And if you're having some trouble with your plumbing at home, maybe you would have to use the shower here after the round. Did I enjoy my round on this Sunday afternoon? Yes, I did. But it was mostly because my dear friend Miss A played her first ever round of golf and it was fun to get her along with me. It was also decent day because I played quite well despite losing few balls. I think my score was 88 in the end, so decent round always makes you happy even though the course wasn't the best. Despite the horrible course conditions and subpar facilities, it is still relatively okay budget offering, especially if you come here on a weekday when the green fee prices are even cheaper. But you also have to be adventurous and a little bit masochistic. The course is super difficult by nature, and then the course conditions add lots of difficulty on top of that. Then before wrapping this up, I want to remind you one more time of the upcoming Farang Golf Social Scramble on the 21st of February at the Bangpakong Riverside. Go to faranggolf.com to register yourself to the event. More information will be released shortly as I get everything confirmed. Go to faranggolf.com as well if you need help with your golf itinerary. I'm more than happy to help you out. In the next episode, we're gonna be playing competition golf at Balishir Pangrakat Golf Course, which is one of the most prestigious private courses in Bangkok. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel not to miss that one. Leave a like to this video and comment below how you feel about the worst rated golf course in Thailand. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.